Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Dewi Tania and also my friend Arina Fibriani and also Arif Budi Maulana. So, today we want to discussion our material is about the characteristic of language testing. Okay, there are five the material that we will explain about. The first is reliability, the second is validity, the third is practicality, and the fourth is discrimination, and the end is about authenticity. Okay, the first material about reliability will be explained by me. A good test should be reliable. This means that the result of the test should be dependably. They should be consistent, like remain stable, should not produce different result when it's used in different days. For example, a test that is reliable will yield similar result with similar group of students took the same test on two occasions, and then and their results are roughly the same, then the test will be called a reliable test. If the result is very different, then the test is not reliable. So that's the simple explanation about the reliable. Okay, from the short explanation about reliability, and now I want to talk about I want to explain about the three aspects of reliability. Okay, the first aspect is equivalence. Refers to the amount of agreement between two or more instruments that are administered at nearly at the same point of time. Equivalence is measured through the parallel forms procedure in which one administers alternative form of the same measure to either the same group of different group of respondents. And this administration of the various form occur at the same time or following some time delay. Okay, the second aspect of reliability is stability. Is said to occur when the same or similar score are obtained with repeat testing with the same group or respondent. In other words, the scores are very consistent from one to time to the next. Stability is assessed through a retest procedure that involves administering the same measurement instrument for the same individuals under the same condition after period of time. And then the test reliability is estimated with the correlation between the score and information. Okay, the third and the last aspect of reliability is internal consistency or homogeneity. Internal consistency concerns the extent to which items on the test or instrument are measuring the same thing. If, for example, you are developing a test to measure organizational commitment, you should determine the reliability of each item. If the individual items are highly correlated with each other, you can be highly confident in the reliability of the entire scale.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The next material is validates. Of the most important types of validity for teachers is context validity, which means that the test access the course context and the outcomes using formats familiar to the student. Oke, jadi salah satu jenis validitas yang paling penting bagi guru adalah validitas isi, yang berarti bahwa tes menilai isi mata pelajaran dan hasil dengan menggunakan format yang familiar bagi siswa. Validitas isi adalah sejauh mana pemilihan tugas dalam suatu tes mewakili rangkaian tugas yang lebih besar di mana tes tersebut diasumsikan sebagai sampel. Sebuah tes perlu menjadi contoh yang representatif dari isi pengajaran seperti yang didefinisikan dan tercantum dalam kurikulum. Like reliability, there are also some factors that affects the validity of the scores. And factor in the test is unclear direction to student to respond to the test, and then the difficult of reader vocabulary and sentence structure, too easy for too difficult test items and ambiguous statements in the test items. Inappropriate test items for measure a particular outcome. Inadequate times provides to take the test, and the legs to the test is into short. Test item not arranged in order difficult. Appropriate test items for measuring a particular outcomes, and inadequate times provides to take the test, and the length of the test is too short. And the next is test item not arranged in order to difficult. The next is authentic. Authenticity means that the language response that students give in the test is appropriate to the language of communication. The test item should be related to the use of the target language. Others' definition of authenticity are rather similar. The Dictionary of Language Testing, for instance, states that a language test is cited to be authentic when it mirrors as exactly as possible that context and skill under test. Authentic tests are an attempt to duplicate as closely as possible the curriculum of real-life situation. Growing commitment to a proficiently based view of language learned and teaching makes all authenticity in language assessments necessary. Pelajaran yang berharga. And I think enough. Let's I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So the next is practically. Practically is relationship between the resource that will be the required in design, development, and use of the test and the resource that will be available for these activities. This is from Bachman and Palmer. They illustrated that this quality is unlike the other because it focused on how the test conducted. Now, the based on this definition, practically can be measured by the viability of the resource required to develop and conduct the test. Therefore, our judgment of the language test, which whether in practical or impractical.
And the fourth is about discrimination. Okay, all assessment is based on comparison, either between one student and another, or between a student as he is now and as he was early. An important feature of a good test is the capacity to discriminate among the performance of different students or the same student in different point in the time. The extent of the need to discriminate will be vary according to the purpose of the test.